My name is Amanda Boyer. I'm a senior on the women's field hockey team for Lehigh University, and I'm majoring in molecular biology. My goal in the future is to become a genetic counselor, so molecular biology kind of encompasses all of the requirements that I need. When I was in high school, I took a health sciences class, and each week we had to research a different health profession field, and the last week was genetic counseling. For those who don't know, I always use the example that if you had an abnormal ultrasound that came back that your baby was suspected to have Down syndrome, then you would be referred to a genetic counselor to kind of discuss how this mutation came about and how you would handle the baby having this after it was delivered. This summer I worked at Penn Hershey Medical Center in the Cancer Institute as part of the SURIT program there, which is just Summer Undergraduate Research Internship Program. And each mentee is paired with a mentor, and I was fortunate enough to have my mentor work in the exercise oncology field. In the beginning, I was working a lot at the computer and doing statistical analysis on diet data from women who were at risk for breast cancer. And then towards the middle of the project, we were running a mice clinical trial. So I was helping out on the mice, exercising them on treadmills and making sure that they were up to date on their weight and palping the tumors to make sure that they were not inhibiting their movement. At the end of the summer, I actually submitted 2 abstracts, one dealing with the human side of the experiments and then one with mice or net side. And I was fortunate enough to present one poster on the human clinical trial aspect of that. The data that I focused on for the poster that I presented was emphasizing how diet impacts a woman's risk for breast cancer if they are already at risk.
One of the things that I love about Amanda, she's a really interesting leader because she's a bit more quiet. She's not as vocal. She's very thoughtful and purposeful when she speaks, and she's very good about developing one-on-one relationships and making sure that she's in tune to everyone on the team. She's the first person to pull people aside and have conversations and make sure that the team is always very organized. So when she's on the field, she's 100% on the field. And when she's in the classroom, she's 100% in the classroom. And she doesn't let anything that might be impacting her outside of what she's doing come in to unfocus her. So for her, she's just a tremendous student athlete. I think she really embodies all the values that we have in our program.
I would say my inner drive to help other people comes from me being an older sister. I guess when I was younger, I always wanted to be a doctor, and I would always be helping my sister and putting Band-Aids on her and picking her up when she fell. And I feel like that just grew on me as I got older, and I knew I always had to take care of her through different times. And then in high school, I really participated in community service activities and community outreach and those types of activities, and just continued my desire to help others. And then when I found genetic counseling in my health sciences class in high school, I knew that I would be interested in pursuing that as a profession, and I continued to pursue that dream. My time at Lehigh prepared me for my research internship this past summer. Because of the rigorous academics that Lehigh has, you need to come in as a student athlete and have a strong work ethic. You need to have good time management skills to balance the academic course load and your practice and game schedules. And I feel that when I jumped into my internship this past summer, I was able to take on all of the things my mentor was throwing at me, all of the readings I had to do, the research on my own, and the projects that I had to complete. And I feel that my time at Lehigh definitely prepared me for my internship this past summer.
The interesting thing about the research that she's doing is that it's something that has the ability to change the way that we as human beings are able to evolve and develop and meet the timeline of the lives and expectancies that we have for ourselves. I think that really speaks to the same thing that she's doing in our program. She's working to create change, and she's had to evolve and really dig deep into trying to figure out ways to adjust things so that we are continuing to evolve. And that's a lot of what she's doing in her research. It's a very different, obviously, environment, and it's not as physically demanding, but mentally, I think it's pretty strenuous, and she does a really nice job of being composed and bringing her best self to that research. And I have no doubt that she's going to be a part of something really huge in medicine as she continues to put her best foot forward and reach her goals.